Buhari, military era, Buhari, 8 years of civilian rule with all the monies budgeted, still went and died in another man's country. Died in another man's country. It's a shame. It's a shame. And you will see all these hypocrites, parasites, whether they are men of God or men of Satan, whether they are presidential olofofo, they will come. It's as clean as a whistle. Ta! Oh, Gobina. Clean as a whistle. A whistle won't blow. You didn't come into power to be clean as a whistle. You came into power to alleviate the pains of the people. Professor Scott Emuakwe is still alive. The man they detained because of trying to let the president know that there are no drugs. He's still alive. The president they deceived has died in London. Those of you who are pretending, do you remember the first currency exchange? The first currency exchange. The pains we went through. Essential commodity pains we went through. Essential commodity pains that we went through. Sugar, milk. Because of the useless policies of Buhari. Then he came after 40 years. He came with another currency exchange. The first currency exchange, 53 suitcases from belonging to the emir of his place were allowed to pass. An article that stopped those suitcases was punished. Buhari never follows through with any of his decisions. He never follows through. He is an inconclusive idealist. Everything that happened in the first regime during the military era was through Idiagbon. Buhari never follows through. His tribe, his religion, his personal interests, and his innate weakness would make the team fail. I prove my point. When the elections were to take place in 2023, people said there was too much money outside the system, and that politicians were accumulating these monies to rig the election. And Buhari came up with currency coloration. We spent a lot of our money to recolor our currencies. And people suffered. We were now buying our own currency. At a point, people were now using Sefa in the northern part of the country under Buhari. He has an inconclusive approach to issues. He would do as if he did not know. If the attempt was to prevent Tinubu from winning the primaries and winning the elections, the attempt failed woefully. And the duplicity of being with Tinubu and at the same time trying to scuttle his election is evil. And Mumu Emefiele put his head inside. We know how we suffered, and Emefiele is paying the price. And eventually, he did not conclude it. We still had to be using old currency and new currency. For once, I will praise El Rufai. El Rufai was able to predict that the old currency and the new currency will still be used. He told his people in the north, Buhari, the Fulanization of this nation is a project that Buhari initiated. He was a tribal bigot. Nearly every person in Aso Rock that occupied any prominent position came from his cronies, his cousins, his in-laws, his dad. What are you people praising? Now you want to blame Tinubu? No, he's just following the process that we have cultivated, that Buhari introduced. You see, all of us are creating history, and history has to be reviewed. We are a pretentious people, that's why we don't want to teach history in our secondary schools. We don't want to teach history in our primary schools, so that the people can be living in a state of historical trance. We know where we are going. We know where we are from. We live in Babylon. We're going to our father's land. We don't know where we are coming from. We don't know where we are going. Mrs. Sani Abacha just came to rewrite history, the history of her husband's tyranny. We cannot use the excuse, don't speak ill of the dead. I am not speaking ill of the dead. I'm only reminding the living that fading away like the stars of the morning, only remembered by what we have done. There are only 3 hymns I've told my children to sing when I pass on. Fading away like the stars of the morning, Rock of Ages cleft for me. Lord, dismiss us with our blessings, with your blessings. The hymn we used to sing at Government College Ughelli when we go on holidays. History will judge us, The evil that men do live after them, and the good is often interred in their bones. Buhari, you messed up opportunities. All those praising you are hypocrites. And I've told my children, if I pass on, nobody should come and preach there. Nobody should do any eulogy. I mean, know myself. People are too hypocritical. I'm Dr. Charles Apoki. I have a webinar coming up on this month or early August. Send the message to +234 80 21 21 92 62. We're talking about investing intelligently. I have a lot of properties for sale. Subscribe to this channel.